we've had a chance to do a pre-scout on them, and it's over the past 2 games, but we didn't pay a lot of attention to Minnesota prior to that. We haven't played them in 3.5 months, so it'd be very unfair for me to comment on that. They've played 2 real good games since. So,
in your experience, when a team has that go coach and a planning for your coach, you notice it's kind of a spike in the energy of the guys, or they're trying to impress them?
Yeah, I think there's that natural tendency to take it up a notch. It's probably a time frame where if anybody was in the back of their mind blaming a coach or a coaching staff, that excuse is gone now. So sometimes panic sets in, and it's player responsibility then, and I better get going. Now I don't know, don't take my my comments and apply them to Minnesota or anything like that. I don't know what's going on with their team, and frankly I got enough work here, so it's hard to answer questions like that.
Speaking of which, Zach Cassian, how's he feeling?
He ate breakfast this morning, which is a good sign. He skated for the first time, and he won't be in the lineup tonight. It's not fair to put him in that situation. His energy level's low, and but we think he's come out of it, and he'll be good to play on. When do we play? Saturday?
What are you going to miss most about driving?
Penalty kill, size, occupies a lot of space, plays with an edge, and physical element. All things that we need in our game, and he enhances that. So, and he's also a good guy in the locker room. The general fans and you as the media, sometimes you get to interact with him, but on the bench and in the locker room, when we need some stability, he provides that.
Todd, will you share with us what your lines look like tonight, or do you want to sort of take a wait and see to game time?
We'll take a wait and see till game time.
When you have a team, and I'm sure you've had this over your years, who's been taking some bad penalties, too many of them, what's coaching 101? How you, other than telling them to stop, that's not working. How you control it?
Well, I used to tell him over there to leave the cookies and candies alone, and he still went in all the time, so they don't always listen. Yeah, see, so he's proof that the human side doesn't always listen to the words, and I don't believe there's intent in any player to go out and take bad penalties. Sometimes you get lazy, sometimes you react emotionally, sometimes situations present themselves and you do something that you regret instantly after that. So I don't think there's intent to do it. I think the individuals that are doing it have to look at why they're being caused. Are they skating? Are they checking with their legs versus reaching? What else can a coach do? A coach can take ice time away. We've crossed that bridge already. And it's not just one individual, it's others. So the message has been sent in that regards as well. But if the players want to have success together, they have to solve that problem together as well. And we'll try and guide them. But overall, it's 23 players is taking a little more responsibility.
It seems like, and it's happened a few times this year, where you might be, frustrated for whatever reason, excuse me, with a player, and whether you take ice time or whatever, but you seem to circle back, and Pouliot was on the ice at the end of that game the other night. Like, you feel like it's important to send a message and give opportunity.
Yeah, we're a team. We're a family, and we get disciplined at home, and we react to it, and we have our penance, and we get back in. And you have to give players an opportunity to respond to to when you hold them accountable. You have to give them a chance to come out of it again. And I think we're obviously talking about Benoit Pouliot and his penalties the other day. He'll get another opportunity. We talked about that as early as tonight, and I expect him to be better. More importantly, he expects him to be better himself. Self-evaluation is powerful, and when I talked to him, he knew that he was in the wrong, and he'll be better tonight for it.
What do you want to see from Clendenin?
Pardon me?
What do you want to see from
I probably answer this question the same all the time. A good, solid night. He's a puck mover, move the puck. He's got the ability to run the power play. If he gets that opportunity. He's been in and out of the lineup, and great opportunity in front of him. I think some of our players right now over the next month are going to get opportunities that they're either going to seize or they're not.
Davidson on the right side?
Well, we have Clendenning going in there right now as a right-handed shot, so we'll keep him there, and we'll see as we go forward.
How do you expect Neil Yakupov to bounce back from the other night?
Well, a solid game. You know, like Yak's an interesting character because he's a great human being. You know, you walk around the locker room, you like being around Yak because he's an honest kid and stuff like that. But he has tools that he has to bring, just like a number of our other players, apply them and have success with them. And that's what I'm looking for. Use your tools, apply them within a team environment, within the structure, and have success.
Is Nielsen all better now? Or what's the word you heard on him?
As far, like health-wise, you mean, or?
Yeah, just everything.
Yep, he's healthy and good to go. He was never really, you're probably talking about his game.
Right.
Sending, yeah. Well, he got the chance to start back-to-back games, play good minutes, played solid, so we expect him to be, mentally recovered and ready to go again. Sometimes that's all they need.
You think that's mostly what it was, and he just got a little rattled there and needed to catch his breath?
Probably, and my understanding is he played very well there. That's got to make him feel good.
Todd, you've coached mostly veteran teams before. Has this been more of a challenge than you expected, coaching a younger team?
No, I think we knew what we were getting into. One of the questions that I'll ask now, between now and maybe the end of the season, is if you're an individual, and there's been many good coaches that have come through here before, and you've heard the same guidance, the same direction from maybe 3 of the 4 coaches or 4 of the 5 or maybe all 5, at what point do you lay down in bed at night and go, geez, you know what? Maybe there is something there. Maybe I need to change a certain part of my game. And you either have the skill and the will and the ability to make the change, or you don't. And if you don't, is it because you're delinquent or because you're just not good enough? So we want to see change. And then if they don't change, we want to figure out why. Are they delinquent, or are they just not talented enough to make that change? And then we'll make decisions going forward.
Todd, you talked the other day about you were glad Connor got the experience he got against Anaheim and some of those centers. There's sort of more lessons along those lines to come. You feel like it's important to just let him play through and experience these things?
Yeah, and not just Connor. Like, to me, that type of tight checking, heavy game that Anaheim's been playing now for 3 months is a valuable lesson for us to play through. We're not going to get that opportunity. I shouldn't say that yet. We're going to do everything we can to get that opportunity come April. But obviously, as the days go on and we don't put points in the bank, it's becoming further and further away from us. So the more we can experience that within the regular season, at least we're gaining that experience. It's not just free-flowing and easy. It's hard, and you think about playoff hockey, you start April 10th, and you go till June 15th, and every day it gets tougher. It gets harder and harder and harder, and you play 7 games, and you have 3 days to heal up, and the next team you play is even better than the one you left. And we need to get some of that. We're trying to get into that tournament, but if we're not going to be successful, let's experience some of that during the year. So trying to avoid it isn't always the recipe.
Thanks, Todd.
He's conceded to me.